The phrase "the lab called," which is a constant phrase heard in every office USA, has to end. There's no phrase that I've ever heard where, Andre, if anybody comes in to the back, Kylie, Barb, anybody,
It's
Mackenzie,
not the lab called anymore. They WhatsApped me. So
sorry, you're so tech
so it's
advanced.
going
so
straight. It's going straight to me though. So there's nobody
Is there
who's
any
buffering
end to that
it.
phrase that is good?
No.
If you hear the words "the lab called," it is followed by bad fucking news.
Can I ask one question?
The lab never called to be like, your margins are amazing.
Right. And your case is on time.
Everything's coming out
It's
great.
coming out great.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another glorious episode of The Mediocre Dentist. I am your mediocre host, Dr. David Galler.
And I am your mediocre co-host, Dr. Andrea Dernisky.
And Andrea, today we are joined by people who are anything but mediocre.
I know.
We are
juggernauts.
joined by serious people here.
Yeah.
Their first reaction when they came into our podcast room, seems kind of small.
Yeah.
They are larger than life. They work for the legend of dentistry himself, one of the greatest, I guess, creators, we would call him. Creators, innovators, how would we give
I think all the above.
We're talking about Mr. Glidewell, who you know personally for how many years?
Since I've worked for him and with him since 2017.
2017.
Known him essentially my whole career, obviously, because I've been in dental forever.
Yeah.
And I've met him over the years and talked to him. But
Unbelievable. So they work for Glidewell. Rob is the Chief Growth Officer for Glidewell, and Jay is the Director of Special Markets, Clinical Education, and Getting Shit Done kind of guy. And we interact all the time. Let's give everybody the history of how our relationship started. It was 2017. The American Academy of Clear Aligners was starting to grow. The American Academy of Clear Aligners was called the American Academy of Cosmetic Orthodontics under my predecessor. And then as I came in, took over, became president, changed it to the American Academy of Clear Aligners with a focus on Invisalign. Turns out the same 1,000 dentists who are doing Invisalign are also the most tech-savvy dentists in the industry. So I put together a committee because all the dentists that were part of our family, they're like, who should we be using for tracking software? Who should we be using for advertising? What type of scanner should we have? What kind of laser should we have? Do we know a person who does this? Do we know a person that does automated phone calls? So all of a sudden, the American Academy of Clear Aligners, which teaches clear aligners, was now also a group of dentists who are like, David, what's the next thing in tech? What is the next toy my office needs? What should I be doing to stay ahead of the curve? We call them
Early adapters.
Adapters.
And that's what AACA is known for being.
Are you an early adapter?
Oh, I think I'm not. I'm a dinosaur. Look at me. I mean, I have a million excuses as to why I don't have a Glidewell machine in my office. Small 4-op practice. Always just said we didn't have enough space for it. We didn't have enough chair space to make most efficient use of it. And here I am, and now I'm a dinosaur, and I'm about to do an expansion, and I don't know how to do in-house crowns, and I am ashamed.
Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Andrea starts stories in the middle, and to all of us, it's a giant riddle. Middle talk.
You just killed the whole episode and ruined everything. I had structured this episode to slowly build the office along to explain what Jay and Rob do, and now you have ruined all of it.
I'm sorry.
This shows much like
it's what I do.
This is most like the toast at our wedding, where I had a whole thing planned, and then she thanked everybody right before me, and it was all done. It is a good thing you don't come to my comedy shows, because you would just be like, "This is the funny joke about." Rob,
I had some endearing features.
I meet a dentist named Dr. Janice Lowe. who is still one of our closest friends, a board member of the AACA. And she says, David, you have all these people who are looking for tech. You should be finding the companies first, vetting them, seeing if this is something that they should do, and then helping them buy it, get it, promote it, go, educate it, be expert on it.
Yes.
So Janice flies to Chicago.
I love her now.
Yeah, you don't realize it how important, but she was there. Oleg Schwarzstor was there. Troy Moore, like 5 or 6 of the most business-oriented tech dentists we had, and we came as like a group of 6 people, and we're just walking up and down. We're nobody. I'm not the GOAT yet, and we're just walking up. No response at all from either of you. The GOAT, I just dropped it like that, and you're just like,
Because we know.
Yeah.
We live no debate, no argument. I mean, there was over here.
you saw her. She rolled her eyes.
Oh, yeah.
They almost rolled to the back of her head.
I
We're
keep you
walking up
humble.
and down, just a couple of kids at the big convention. We're looking for tech, and we roll by Glidewell, which has an enormous. Now, at this point, Glidewell is the largest crown lab in the world.
Correct.
Give us a little history about Mr. Glidewell. Before we talk about the IO, we talk about that. Give us a history of the lab. It's obviously, if you go to the facility, they talk about it. You can still meet Mr. Glidewell. He's there. He's interim. What's his official title now? He's
Founder
Stephanie's
and president.
Stephanie, and he's still there.
Yes, every day.
I went to speak there
Yeah.
last month, Gloria's speech, and he's like, I'll kick this thing off. And he's talking to the regular people. This guy owns 3 yachts.
Yeah.
There's no reason he should be interacting with nobodies like me or anybody. And he was there talking, shaking hands
You're
on
right.
Friday morning.
He greets them when they get off the shuttles to come to the seminars. Yeah, absolutely. Every
It's
week.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I want to be very clear about one thing, America. If this podcast ever goes viral, and I have $1 billion, you will never see me. You will never. You'd have to interact with 4 people just to get me a message. Come into my home
To get
in
to
my
you
car-
on the yacht. Right.
We're in our bedroom here. If you haven't figured it out, okay. This whole thing happens in our bedroom. Yeah, we wouldn't interact, but he's an amazing person.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned, let's see, 55 years in business. This
55 years.
55th year, largest lab in the world. And there's nothing. It's a unicorn in this industry. There's 5,500 labs in the U.S., 40,000 in the world, and a large lab in the U.S. is 50 or more employees is large.
And Glidewell
Or
has
5,000.
Yeah, you're playing with the big boys.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, nothing even remotely close to what they
Would you
built.
say you almost have more employees than all the other labs combined?
Oh, no, so that's
Or close to it?
I mean, definitely if you look at they say 48% of labs are local, and they have, they work with 28 dentists. Is what'll make and you make a good living, they do great work.
Yes.
But it's, owning that little neighborhood, so to speak. And he's, just built this national, we work with 80,000 dentists a year.
Wow.
That when David Galler graduated dental school and I joined my dad, we sent the lab cases to a guy named Franz, who was like, maybe illegal, maybe not, we don't know. I don't know. It was it was a long time ago. And we just gave it to him. And sure enough, 2 or 3 weeks later, he'd give a crown back. And he went on vacation. And when we went on vacation, our patients didn't get crowns. How was that?
So, and
that's the mom and pop
that is.
lab industry that
Monday
exists.
through Friday, 8 to 5. Take
8 to
vacation.
8 to
3-ish. You don't want to work after 3.
Yeah.
What they're
You
doing,
don't
right?
want- right.
And they're
And some crowns fit, some didn't. And that's just the way it was. And now Mr. Glidewell comes in, and he just
it's such a great question, and I joined them in 2017, in the biggest lab in the world already. I don't remember how many employees at the time, but the culture that's still there, and hopefully you've seen it when you're there. How it stayed, the culture it is at this scale. I still don't understand.
Yeah.
But it is. We constantly hear people say, "Is everybody really this happy?" Or is it just today because we're here?
Yeah, and like equality.
Yeah.
I remember at the University of Pennsylvania, you had to send it to their labs. But if you had a really hard case and you really begged, like it was an RPD with precision attachment, that's just that, and you begged, they would let you send it to Glidewell.
Really?
But it was only you had to really get, because Glidewell had a quality to it, had a bit more of expense than some of the other ones, but you had to jump through hoops. You're only allowed 1 a year or 2 to send to Glidewell. But that's the that's the awe that we came with Glidewell Lab, and for 55 years.
Yeah.
So we're walking through, Janice, me, Oleg, Troy, Brian Wilk.
Yep.
Brian goes, we got to go to this Glidewell. Now imagine we're just kids with an organization that has 700 people in it who all do Invisalign.
Yep.
And we walk up and we go, what's this machine? And it had just come out. And
Yeah, that was our launch, the Chicago Midwinter.
it looked like a microwave. And he goes, that machine makes crowns. And we go,
Yeah.
it's a third of the size of a CEREC.
Yep.
A third.
Yep.
And CEREC's already out. At least Sorona's out 10 years at this point. And he goes, that'll make a crown. And Ola goes, bullshit.
Sounds about right.
This is this machine called the Glidewell I.O sim. And it launched in 2017. And it's basically a microwave that makes crowns for regular Joes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a CEREC user. You don't have to be a Sorona user. You don't need a $100,000 machine. It hasn't really gone up price-wise.
It's not, yeah.
It's pretty much the same price since you launched it in 2017. And the thing makes crowns. It's unbelievable. Tell us about a little bit. Now, that was your baby that you joined just on that.
Yeah, that was the original reason for joining the company, was to launch that.
You were brought in, you have a history and years and then, and they're like, sell this microwave. And you show up at the thing. We meet. I'm like, I think my people will buy this microwave. And you're like, this will change your life. And here we are 8 years later. There are more AACA dentists with this mill than any other organization.
Correct.
I think I just saw a stat. We did 23,000 crowns.
235, almost by now probably.
Sorry, I'm missing a
Yeah.
zero.
I'm missing a zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost a
200
250,000 crowns by the end.
Just
of,
from AACA.
Just from
this
AACA
month. Just
in
AACA.
a $250,000 crowns at a cost of, forget the machine, each crown,
Yeah, like
15,
no, it's like $35.
$35 versus how much do we pay for your crowns?
You do not want to know.
Yeah,
the
let's.
answer.
let's
I mean, it's in Canadian.
This is a intervention, my
Canadian,
love.
yes.
God help you if
Welcome.
there's
We
metal
tricked
in it,
Sean. We
but-
tricked her
Yeah.
into this episode.
This is intervention.
This is
He even
intervention.
threw out the word
This is-
small footprint when you were talking about your space.
Tell us the jury how much you spend
This is an actual
on an actual single unit zirconium, what we would call 19, what you would call 3.6 crown. Single unit, 3.6, number 19 crown.
The truth is that I
truth
don't
and nothing
actually.
but the,
No, I know, but I actually don't know the specific number. We've discussed at length that I do not actually understand the finances of my practice.
Jay's like,
But-
problem number fucking one. How did you pick her for your podcast? I don't even know.
How much she's spending.
Yeah, this is
no,
my
but
life, Jay.
It is in the three. It is in the $300 range.
Yeah,
range.
sounds right. Canadian.
Canadian.
300 Canadians, let's say.
So we'd be like $43 Canadian or something.
Like it's wild. Like I don't understand.
I, as your husband, don't understand.
Why have you not held an intervention for me?
This is it!
This is it. Okay.
We're not even recording.
This is all just fake.
Oh my god.
This
All
is
right,
literally
okay.
the head
I'm ready.
of growth
I'm ready.
and the head
I'm ready
of
to
education
change.
special markets.
Send me to. I want to do my rehab on Glidewell's yacht.
There.
Just place
Deal.
it. Done.
The yacht's just throw in.
Okay.
You guys, forget about, I don't know there's a business involved, but you really do take people who are spending $300 a crown and you take them down to $43. Forget about everything else.
Correct.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah. And you know, for Glidewell, it crowns 109 for a zirconia.
Yeah.
And so we even take them down
109
from
to 43.
109 to 35, $40.
Now, here's the crazy part, and you have to kind of get us into Mr. Glidewell's mind.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's got the largest, most successful lab in the world. He is killing it on every front. He goes, people pay 109. Let's make a machine, and they'll only pay 30. That makes no sense from a bit. That would be like me having a podcast, and then I'll be like, I'm going to rent out Sean to everyone else to make a podcast in their house. Like, that makes no sense. Why did he do that? What was the thinking of it?
The vision, is mind blowing. So, you know, I always talk about it in the sense Blockbuster Netflix, and I think that's in his book. He does have a book, Constant Change, threw that in there myself, Mr. Glidewell. But he talked about, Blockbuster, Netflix, and we could sit here and say we're the biggest lab in the world and everybody loves to work with us and they'll send us their crowns and, before you know it, there's one Blockbuster store left, right? So he always talks about being our own disruptor.
Okay.
And this is
Our
probably
own disruptor.
This is probably the biggest, one of the biggest disruptions you can do to yourself is make a machine that'll allow your customers to mill
do what you do.
crowns in the office instead of sending to you. The brilliance, even more brilliant, the day I came here, before we even started selling it, his vision was, this will actually grow our lab business.
Talk to me about that.
And so his vision was, if they're using this machine every day, happy patients every day, great service every day, there's going to come a time they're going to be like, pissed at their lab, just because that's the nature of the industry, right? No lab could be perfect, and be like, well, you know what? Send that night guard to Glidewell or that implant.
Or that complicated
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever it is. And so he even talks about it in the marketing of Glidewell is, it's hard to switch a happy dentist. You need to be, visible or in front of them when they're not happy. And I think this is the ultimate. It's not a mailer or an email you're hoping hits at the right time.
Yeah.
They're milling every day, and since year one, it has been that way. And they actually send more work to our lab.
So
after
Glidewell,
buying.
since 2017, and doing this, they're actually more successful now.
Right,
Well, I
yes.
mean, you've been promoted 3 times
Yeah,
during this
right.
time. I mean, Stephanie was also,
Yeah.
when we met Stephanie is now the CEO.
I like to think that's because she hired me.
Oh, there we go. Stephanie, I hope you're listening. But we kind of hitched wagons to each other.
Yeah,
I'm like,
absolutely.
my dentists need this. I think Janice is like, this is the next big thing. You guys are promoted. Stephanie's CEO now, and we have dentists who have milled 250,000 crowns.
Yep.
And the business is stronger than it's ever been.
Correct. Yes.
How do we not think like that, like dentists? We never think like that.
Well, we've already dissected how broken we are in so many different ways, but I think you're so caught up in the rest of it, you don't have the time, whether it's a dental ergonomics and actually looking how offices run, like you don't have the bandwidth to be able to put into problem solving some of these things, so.
I think I deal with that at work. You're always busy doing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, without
And
picking
we're
your
never
head
looking.
up to think forward for
But
a few
Mr.
minutes.
Glidewell does.
Yeah.
So, the podcast is really not about CE or learning or this and that or making you blah, blah, blah. But it is about happiness. This podcast at its core is most dentists feel mediocre. They feel behind the 8 ball. They feel behind this. They feel behind. And most of what we talk about is like trying to find happiness on it. And we rarely talk about products or companies even. We rarely have guests here. Everybody knows that. But I believe having this machine in your office makes you operate. I have seen my Clarissa Moores and my Jose's and my Abedin and like all the dentists that I know have this machine.
Vivi, yeah.
Jay, you know the AACA dentist better than anyone.
Yep.
Talk to me about the Rebecca Browders, the Christina, like all these dentists who just crush it on this machine.
What's amazing is going back to your question about why did Glidewell do that? All the doctors are also so skeptical, like, what are you all trying to really do here? What
the
are we not
catch?
seeing? What's the catch? Because it doesn't make sense. So you have no idea how many times I actually have to explain that as I'm facilitating doctors acquiring the system. And a lot of their concerns are how quickly and how predictable can this truly be? Because they're concerned about what you all talk about. Is my team going to jump on board? Is this going to screw up my workflow? Or is this really going to, save the day?
Yeah.
And oftentimes we have to address it at, hey, you've been practicing this way. We go through what's your team like? And then eventually we get to this point of you got to just put it in your office because every office is just completely different.
I think you should turn your head that way when you're talking.
Right. Right.
Yeah, this is gold, Jay. This is gold.
I know, hey, I'm on board. I'm here to listen.
We
here to
have
listen.
friends that are
I
living
know.
happier lives.
You're making it seem like it's an entirely Andrea decision here, and it's not. I work for it. I am involved with the DSO, and making unilateral
Changes
decisions
is hard.
is very
Taking
hard
down
to
the
do.
old school dentistry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Having said that, moving forward with the expansion, I am going to be permitted to have a Glidewell machine.
He said he'd buy it for you too.
I did.
Yeah.
Rob
Yeah.
said he'd give it
This
to me for free.
This
So,
weekend, he said he'd buy it.
While I'm doing my rehab on the
Let's talk about things let's talk about how disruptive this machine is. Just so if you don't have a CEREC, you have no idea what we're talking about. For 10 or 15 years, if you wanted to make a crown in your office, you went through the CEREC. They were the gold standards. They were the originals. The machine is the size of a refrigerator. It's smaller now, but the original one, and is $100,000, and it's like a whole thing, and it's a culture. And you guys come in, and you're like, we're gonna do the same thing, but our machine's gonna be $40,000-ish, 40 to 50-ish grand, packages, blah blah blah, blocks, whatever, and it's gonna make crowns that you can be proud of. And it's easy to learn, and it fits right on your countertop.
Yeah, I think, and they are the market leader at that time, and I think they're 25 years in
25
business.
years, okay.
So one of the advantages of, I guess, coming this late, if you want to say that, 25 years, was the ability to look, what Glidewell did was look to see what are the pain points of the leader out there. Cost.
Cost.
Materials, workflow, support.
Yes,
Right,
and
it's
actually the skill set that you need. Like
So
there's a million.
There is. You have, again, from my side, to be fair, my rose-colored glasses, you don't have to become a lab tech.
Yeah.
That was one of the pain
Which
points.
is what I always worried about.
And I was always terrified about that too. And I would actually like it, but it's like, where do you find the time or the skilled staff to be able to pull this off? And
yeah, so I think the AI and the software, and I would throw out kind of what we've talked about before. Just who better to make a crown machine than the biggest lab in the world versus a manufacturer?
Right. So to break it down, we've had this conversation. She's like, "What's the name of your lab guy? What's his first name? We don't have to say. But there's a lab guy that you like. There's a lab guy that you like, and you like
amazing
his work.
I do.
And it was terrifying to go to the other machines, whereas now but what Glidewell has done is they've taken this 55 years worth of knowledge of how to make a crown, and they put it in AI.
Yeah.
So when you hit the button, the crown that your guy is hand doing because he's amazing, the machine makes it.
Yeah.
And that's how they do it. That's how they make millions of crowns a year at Glidewell.
They know how to make crowns.
Yeah.
So it was easy. They're not just a tech startup, right? If you were a tech startup, get in line. Yeah. You guys you kind of came into the business, and you're like, we actually know how to make this widget the best.
Absolutely.
Now we just have to put it in a machine, which is just crazy because then you're just giving people your skills. But it's been a market leader.
Yeah. No, for sure, and it's been a tremendous success. And Mr. Glidewell's vision before we started was we'll be milling more crowns in offices than we make at the lab. And we make millions of crowns, and we're well on our way.
So let's say on a graph, 2017 Chicago winter, 0 mills, 6 million crowns a year that you guys make. So they make, for those that don't know, they make 6 million units of crown a day.
A day?
In 1 hour.
No, a day. No, shit, sorry, a year.
Jesus, I was like, wow. I was like, that was some serious embellishment. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an embellishment. 6 million a day would be
heard
something.
your new forecast.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Mr. Glidewell's gonna hear that. He'll be like,
120,000
120,000
a day is what.
120,000 a week.
Yes.
100, sorry.
Units.
Wow.
We're doing the same
We're
thing.
on, I know. At least mine is.
you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're doing roughly 30,000 crowns a day, which is 25, 30,000
Oh, yeah,
crowns
sorry.
a
Wow.
day.
Yeah, I'm caught
Okay,
on the
are
120.
we all good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Sean,
Math.
anybody know how to do math here on this
Math
set?
is
We have
nothing.
calculators over here.
25,000 units of crown a day. Okay. Walk me through our graph 2017. 6 million. How far are we? How are we at even 60,000 a year in milling?
Oh yeah.
Are we 1%, 2%? Like how
So
when will
10.
you took all the milling
yeah,
together.
if we took all the probably a 15%.
You're at 15% already.
15%. And colleague I sit with has and I don't have it in my head, but has when we'll cross over.
Like a projection.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
Yeah,
2030, 2035?
He has it because it's compounding so quick.
It's just one of those things that like you're gonna do.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could just see it. That
Cost. Let's talk about the benefits. Let's just straight up benefits. Cost savings: $300 down to $43.
Yeah, no brainer. Yeah.
Nothing. The machine pays for itself like that. Next number one benefit.
Well, I think it's the patient. I'm pretty sure 100 out of 100 patients would say I'd rather come see you once, not twice.
Yes.
Potentially 3 times when the
Yes.
temporary falls off.
Yes.
Like Saturday.
Or the crown doesn't fit.
Or the crown
the
doesn't
crown
fit.
doesn't fit. And there's data to that the remake is much lower on the mill user than the lab.
It's better fit.
Yeah, so it's about 400% less remakes, if I'm being dramatic in numbers.
Okay.
It's less than 1%.
Wow.
Is the remake rate.
So it makes crowns better.
Yeah. I always say it does, or it's just now you're your own lab and you can't blame yourself, so you
Yeah.
seed it
You stick it.
anyways. It's good. I can't send it back.
That's a cause correlation.
Yeah, no one to blame for yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, so
but
money, one visit, the crowns fit better, or at least remade less, let's say.
Right.
Yeah.
And one visit means more money.
Because
You're not flipping chairs, you're not temporizing, you're not anesthetizing twice. I think anecdotally everybody says they get more patient yeses.
let's talk about that.
Makes sense.
Do you have any data? Does the dentist do more crowns because the process is easier?
So that's a great question. I think I don't have that data. Yeah, I don't.
What do you think, Jay? You're in the
I
field.
don't
You
have
know the
that
dentist.
What I hear is there's a boost in productivity for sure. And I'll give you an example because I had a doctor, we were talking about what he can do while the patient's waiting in the chair.
Okay.
And he said, I just said, do you want to get your teeth cleaned? And started asking everybody what they're going to do in the chair. So he measured around 28 to 30% in productivity because more people were saying yes to get their teeth cleaned while they were waiting for that single unit crown. So by the time it's milled, patients like, yeah, I'll do it now so I don't have to go and come back and do a separate appointment.
Do a
So we're
whitening, do
seeing
anything.
Productivity, do a
Wow.
whitening.
Wow.
Some people, if they're located in the mall, they'll go get some. But the impact, the metric is, from what I hear on the ground, is anywhere between 20 to 27 boost in productivity from other treatment that's
Wow.
spilling over.
I think another thing that popped in my head as you said that I guess I would relate to is our mill user mills double the amount of crowns a month than our average customer who sends them in.
That's what I'm talking about.
That would be
Yeah.
my data point.
Let's go back to 1976 David Galler. Okay, maybe not.
Okay, yeah,
All right.
sure.
Calm
Let's
down.
okay.
Okay,
Your nose group, Pinocchio.
2008 version of David Galler.
Yeah.
I have a Long Island practice that I only work one day a week, a Sunday, and then I work at like a Wednesday night. And the rest of the time I'm in Manhattan. But I had like a hometown practice that I practiced, and it was all general dentistry. People would come in with problems, a broken tooth or something, and I'm like, it's an exam, like you're here, like if I need to make a crown, first you'll probably have to come back.
Yep.
And it's early part of my career, so I'm like post-core crown, come in, then temp, and then it's that. It was like a lot, so I'm not embarrassed to say, all right, I'm embarrassed to say, David Galler did a lot of MOBDLs. Like, you came with a broken tooth, I'm like, I'm gonna save you some money. And I will MacGyver / patch this thing with glue because I could not take on the burden of you coming back just even to do that one crown. But I think I probably would have been a different dentist had I had the mill. I would have looked at your broken tooth and I would have been like, let's go.
Yeah.
What would you be? How many crowns do you do? Yeah.
I was hoping you would ask that.
Yeah. How many crowns are you doing?
A month? A week?
A week, a month?
I don't know.
Well, you
Depending
and
on
then
the
we have two
week, my
associates.
every week looks a little bit different, like because of our
The ortho.
weird travel schedule, and I also do a lot of ortho. But yeah, I'm doing at least 5. Sometimes it's 10. Sometimes it's more than that because if I'm doing full mouth or whatever, then it adds up.
Let's say we're probably doing 20 between everybody.
Sorry. Yeah, more than. Yeah.
Two are for now is 20-ish.
Yeah, plus or minus, and that goes big depending on whether or not I'm doing
15,
a bigger
25
case. Yeah.
range. What would change? How would we change? What would happen? We have the new place. So when we say we have a small office,
It's very small.
I'm talking. I walked in there and I was like, I don't know if we could date because this is
1,300 square feet
This is
for
just crazy
everything.
talk here.
We don't
I was
even
like,
have
I've
no
never
doctor
seen an
office.
that small. You'd be like, did we just get shrunk? Are we in
you
Honey,
came
I Shrunk
from
the
New York.
Kids?
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
I
say,
came from
small
New
New
York.
York.
I came from New York, and we thought our
Yeah.
office was small. And I walk into her office, and I'm like, it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. This is impossible. And she goes, we have 4 ops here. And I'm like, this is the size of one of my ops.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, no, it's
they do like one patient sits on another one.
Lean over.
we
It's just
run
like,
it.
It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. They're like the patients crisscross their legs,
Yeah.
and she just walks. They're like in one bed.
It is pretty crazy, and we've built around it. We've grown a lot, and we've needed more space a minute. But yeah, we make it work, and we run about 8 ops out of 4 ops, and it's not pretty. Right. It's just chaos.
So when I say they
mean,
have no room for a mill,
yeah, we literally actually
they don't even have a lunchroom.
no.
There's a microwave, and then the rest of it is dental and a chair
And
for
there's
the waiting.
even like the side, yeah, we
But
have
the day is
receptionists working there. I know
The
it's
day is
coming. So
coming.
my life is going to be so different because there's going to 1 be space, 2 there's going to be this machine, and yes, I mean it is going to change how I do it because sometimes like on the fly or someone comes in with a broken tooth. Yeah, I'd rather do the onlay or whatever. There's so much bullshit back and forth, insurance, this, whatever. I think patients will make different decisions, and I think much like with Invisalign, when you're talking about it, when it makes so much sense, it's just they're gonna want that one. There'll be more yeses, less obstacles, right from the insurance, right down to what I can do and what I can offer. Yeah,
You love same day dentistry.
I do.
So one of the things you should know about this woman here, so we have a high-end cosmetic practice, and she produces high-end cosmetics. But over the last 3 years, we finish a lot of Invisalign cases, and then our patients are like, this is cute, my teeth are straight, I would like to look like Julia Roberts now. Now, textbook from New York City dentist, cosmetic dentist, what we would do at that point is we veneer you. We shave all your teeth down, and we send it to the lab, and then you come in for a shade match, and then you come in, and sometime in the next 6 months, we put your veneers in.
Mm-hmm.
But she has become an expert at BioClear bonding, and she can make your 6 front teeth look lab pristine. And I think you do it, but your hand skills obviously are good, but I think you do it because you love that sit here, this is all going to be done
When
in
you
3
leave,
hours.
yeah.
When you
And
not
you
when
walk
you
away a
leave, you're going to come
different
back for 3
person.
shade guys, then we're going
Yes. Absolutely.
Temps are going to fall off. So I think you're made for this.
I agree. It's yeah. Again,
like
the
you never,
excuses
you
are
never
gone. It
treatment
makes
plan-
sense. It
you
makes
never
sense for
treatment
me to
plan
be doing
veneers
this
anymore.
No, and it's starting to come back where I'm like, you know what? I don't know if you just get bored of doing the same thing over and over again, but it's like I want to add something new to the mix, and everything. The stars are aligned. It's all coming together, and I'm excited next year to talk about how amazing this has been
Composite
for my life.
She does composite veneers that don't break.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
So
Composite veneer. She does composite 6-to-6 veneers that are porcelain quality.
Yeah.
And I think you do it. You like the challenge of the hands, but
Yeah.
shape prepping teeth is similar. But I think you just love that. Like you leave and the patients are like, OMG.
Yeah.
I think your soul is the same dentist.
And Dr. Gallagher, to the space thing, I wish I'm actually inviting all the people from the WhatsApp that share, because once they get their mill, they all go on the WhatsApp group and share the space that they made just for the mill.
Ooh, I love
So
that.
I'll invite everyone who has the mill to
Okay.
share it with her, because you see how funky everybody gets.
Okay.
I mean, I remember Dr. Murphy up in Vancouver, he's calling me trying to figure out, do I get a desktop? Do I go to IKEA? Do I go this? Do I do that? Do I get something custom made? They turn it into a full project. We have doctors that have 4 mills, 3 mills. So it's kind of hard to find that space might not be.
He's called. We have a word. We have a waiver here. Jay, hit the bullshit
Smack
button.
that
Where's the
head.
bullshit
If you
Here's
can
the bullshit
actually.
hit. Bullshit.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Oh yeah, that felt
you said it
good.
was the size of a microwave, and she has a microwave.
I know,
So
and that
swap
microwave.
them.
But
He bullshitted you.
I know.
Well
no,
done, Jay.
I appreciate it, and
Send
I
her the
even called
photos,
out my own
everyone.
bullshit. I said I'm making excuses.
Love that, Jay.
Making
It
excuses.
was such a no-brainer when I found out they were spending $300. I was almost ready to rent
Yeah.
a studio apartment in the building that they're in,
Brilliant.
just to put a
Yeah.
person and the mill there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Doc that did that in Virginia actually last week. Similar to
wow.
that. He got the room above. And
'Cause
so
it-
I'm just
it-
going to run it from the top down. And
I
we
love
spent
that.
a week talking about how he do the flow, and may the force be with you, Doc.
Yeah.
You got it.
But that's a business mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What year is everyone
So
Let's say where are we? Because I always talk about tipping points. So what we haven't
Yeah.
done. Let's talk about our world. iTero scanning is now way past the tipping point.
Right.
Yes.
There are almost all offices have it. Now we're getting to the late stragglers. It's weird when I get to a conference and I'm talking Invisalign and somebody raised their hand and says I take PBS. That's like a 1 or 2%. So we're over that 75, 80% threshold. I still think we're in the early adopters of Millers.
We are, and I was going to say, to answer your question, I don't know, because I would have said, doing this 35 years, 10 years ago, everybody should have had a scanner.
Yeah, no, it just
Right?
happened in the
Yeah,
last
no, I agree.
Yes.
It's-
12,
that took a
18 months.
decade longer than
you
I
thought.
would have thought. And
But this train is picking up steam.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
This
It
train is picking
absolutely
up
is.
steam.
And
Yeah.
I think really coming out of 2020, I think we, from our side, we saw scanning and milling skyrocket.
It goes,
Skyrocket,
Right.
yeah.
That just pushed it forward a couple of years. I
Yes.
actually think.
Yep.
So now, scanning's, in our world, we're almost 80% of our cases are digital.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're receiving.
Yeah, so
And-
Glidewell,
yeah.
Glidewell Lab, of the 25,000 units they're getting a day, 80% are scanned, only X of them, 15% are coming in a box,
Right. Yeah.
which
And-
is huge for laymen to understand.
And by our scale, we think we're representative of the universe. So that happened in March of 23 is the first time
That's
we
kind of how I see
crossed
it. That's what I say.
receiving more digital than physical.
And Invisalign's the same way.
Yeah.
Invisalign is
Yeah.
like 95.5 now.
Yeah.
It's weird for them to get a PBS to Juarez and
Right.
try and scan it in. Well, the episode is called "The Lab Called," and my view is that is it late in the episode to say what it's called?
Yeah.
Are we?
This is what happens
lost
when there's
track.
no organization and we
It's
just
all good.
This is
roll with it. This
This
is
is where
what
we
you
have no
want.
script.
This is what you want,
There you
David.
go.
So every now and again, it's gonna bite us in the ass. But here we go. We got
It
here.
is-
It's 39 minutes in. Let's
Yeah,
go. You did it, big boy.
Now the whole rest of the episode makes sense.
Yes.
the phrase "the lab called," which is a constant phrase heard in every office USA, has to end. There's no phrase that I've ever heard where, Andre, if anybody comes in to the back, Kylie, Barb, anybody,
It's
Mackenzie,
not the lab called anymore.
it-
They WhatsApped me. So
sorry, you're so tech
so it's
advanced.
going
You're so on the
straight.
cutting
It's going
edge.
straight to me though. So there's
Is there
nobody
any
who's buffering
end to that
it.
phrase
Yeah.
that is good?
No.
If you hear the words "the lab called," it is followed by bad fucking news.
Can I ask one question?
The lab
'Cause
never
I-
called to be like, your margins
It's
are
on purpose,
amazing.
right.
And your case is on time.
Everything's coming out
It's
great.
coming out great.
I recently had my lab guy, and I don't use PVS. I am a scanner. But when I'm doing a PFM, which is very rare, every lab person that I've ever worked with has always said that a scan is not as good as an impression when it comes to PVS and gold. And I don't know exactly if that's true or not, but I've been classically conditioned. So I was doing a PFM bridge, and I took an impression, and it didn't set right. Something happened. The margins looked good to me, and then when he got it, he's like, "No, you're going to need to bring him back." I was like, "Fuck my actual life." It's already so. Is there any even like? Because I don't think I'm the only person being fed this line. And is it actual
I think
bullshit?
it's,
Yeah. So I'd say no. I've never heard that in my 8
Okay.
years there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that is people trying to hold on.
Is that what it is?
to
Because
their
and
piece of business.
I'm hook, line, sinker for that.
Do you
but,
know that most labs today,
Yep.
when you send them a scan,
Yes.
they're just sticking it into a version of a Glidewell mill.
I do understand that. Yeah, I know.
It's a joke. There's no dude pouring
Yeah.
up a cement stone model and guy like like a couple of them, maybe these special hotsy-totsy ones, but the rest of them are
Yeah.
literally, it's a teenager just
That's-
taking your scan and
Yeah.
putting it into a mill and then charging you $300.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well,
The lab called is a phrase. Glidewell should make a like bumper sticker with the words "the lab called"
And
and
the,
the line.
the red
Yeah.
circle
I love
with the
that,
line through it.
Jay, talk to me. We have to end this episode, but talk to me. Obviously, we know a lot of Gallerites. You know a lot of AACA denters. Talk to me about the Rebecca Browders of the world, the people who look at you, Jay. And again, it's a business. You make money. You're selling things, but they actually say, "I'm happier. This has made my practice happier. My life is easier. Talk to us about that.
So I talk to them all the time. I had a doctor, a couple of things that tie to the AACA that's, you can't see it anywhere in the industry, is the community you guys build. I've been able to travel all over the US, meeting every study club doctor, or at least begging them to let me in to come talk to them about something.
It's a shameless plug right there.
Yes, we have a lot of spots here. But the biggest thing that I hear is like, I had a doctor over in Florida, right before her maternity leave, she said, I'm gonna buy this mill and this is my plan. And she fully sold me on selling her the mill. She said, this is how you're gonna sell it to me, because this is the plan I have rolled out. I'm inheriting the practice from my father. So I have 4 doctors, etc. She came back from maternity leave, beat up and said, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I can't get people to do it while I was gone. Now I'm stuck in this whole thing. I had to take her back to the conversation we had day one.
Okay.
And say, doctor, you are gonna survive. Do you remember everything you told me about how you wanted to maximize, how you wanted to go ahead and, cut the costs down, but also feel like you can get some great help for your assistants or your associates, and taking them back through why they initially wanted it. It's a constant partnership that we're building with them. Then they have the community on WhatsApp. Then they have the community in the study club. Then they have our people at any point in time they want to dial in and say,
Every day.
Every day.
Justin Chi himself
Yes.
is answering
he's answering
questions.
at
Incredible.
2 a.m. in the morning.
Should
somewhere.
I use Obsidian on this? Blah, blah, blah. This came out, and somebody goes, turn the lever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. So I've had the good fortune at least to be able to say, hey, talk to your other peer who they're having success with in your community. Dr. Lund, a couple other ones that are super incredible, super
Nihal
amazing.
Kamel,
Nihal
Jersey,
Kamel,
Carlos Beltran,
Dr.
Puerto
Beltran,
Rico.
Dr. Ritzau, Dr. Pless.
Yeah.
I lost
Sarah
track.
has 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Keith.
Bill,
up in Kansas just did the big overhaul.
Bill, for those who don't know, Bill Keith is probably the smartest business dentist we have. And he
Sharp.
saw it and he goes,
Solid.
we need 6 or something crazy like
Yeah.
that. And he was like, how many buy? Like
4 at once.
4 at once. All right, I want to put you in a spot, Jay, but I just want to flush for our audience.
Yeah.
Just the relationship that you have with the dentist. So you're a salesperson. Your job is to sell machines. So you do. And Andre, he sells machines to these dentists. And then they're still like close with him to the point, and I don't mean to put Jay on the spot, but in the fires that everybody knows that happened in the summer of 2024, right? It's 2024?
No,
April.
winter of 2020, this year, 2025,
Yeah.
winter of 2025.
Yeah. Jay lives in California, and the fires came, and he lost his house. And the AACA community, the dentists, were on it. Like, I got called by Carlos, and he goes, "Hey, Jay's in trouble. We need to do X, Y, Z. Go find me with this, that, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna pay him." When do customers ever give a shit about the person who sold them a $45,000 machine?
A couple things. This is the only tie that was left from the fire, by the way.
Wow.
Literally.
Wow.
We have Glidewell ties, so they brought them for me here. Since then, this was literally the only surviving tie. Anything from the fire.
Are you wearing like a symbol, or you just pack
You
quick?
know what? It's the only one I had. And Rob's like, we got to suit up, man. And I'm like, got it. Well, I don't have anything
No, I
with
like it's
Glidewell
a
on
symbol.
it.
It reminds him to be
But
humble.
literally, on the way, I'm like, all right, cool. This is my last tie because I'm getting all my new ties at the show here. So I'll be sporting new ties. But going back to it, I think most people, the relationships they have with the vendors, their vendor partners, or even other clinicians at that point are always very transactional.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Got the idea.
Give me
Got my
this,
clip
yeah.
check.
give me
Thank
that,
you.
give me this, give me that.
he's been a human first to them, and we talk about this all the time.
This is the point of the podcast.
Absolutely. Well, that humanity piece, but people don't often do that. I think the culture that you guys have created at Glidewell, by Glidewell himself, and down from there, it has curated a type of person who, is doing a job, but he's helping people.
Yeah.
And not just the dentist.
It's
and
not
so
just about money.
when
Right.
and putting in the effort. I think a lot of people nowadays in many realms of life don't put in that effort.
We'll end with this, and we always go, it's a business, and you always say things, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, they are so convinced that you will like this machine, that they will pay for you to come to Orange County. They'll pay for your hotel, your flight too.
Yeah, for 2 people.
They will pay for your flight and your hotel to come to the campus for 10 CE to learn it. You don't have to pay for how many months?
I don't know what you're doing
So
now.
we're doing 0% for 60 months, even in Canada.
Wow.
And
So
also
0%.
US.
So basically just divide the number by 60. And what if I'm like, this is a piece of shit, Jay?
By the way, Dr. Geller, nobody does that in the industry.
Yeah, because it's a terrible business decision.
Expensive.
It's a terrible business decision.
Yeah.
The
0%
idea-
for 60 months. You're not the Rockefellers.
But you asked, what happens if it doesn't work?
What if I hate it? I hate
You
Jay.
do.
I hate everything. My assistants
Well,
won't
then
stand.
I just get rid of Jay. You keep the mill.
Get the
So
next
we're
kid
okay.
in.
Next time.
But there's, I think Jay does 6 months, 100% money back guarantee.
I could throw this thing around my office. I have a terrible staff. I'm a terrible human being.
Right.
You'll take it back.
Yep, at 100%.
And QA, no question.
And we'll have already been out to train you and flown you out to train, and that doesn't matter.
And
And
we
that-
do that
that
because every
confidence-
office is different,
Yeah.
Dr. Geller.
That's how
Yeah.
confident you
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Dentists, if you want a happier life, if you want to produce non-mediocre dentistry in a non-mediocre amount of life, please think about the Glidewell Live. We're so happy you guys came in.
Thank you.
With our little
Pleasure.
humble little abode. We
Yeah.
got Glidewell here.
I know,
Hello.
no joke.
Hello, we have Glidewell. They own yachts. Glidewell here. All right, everyone. Thanks very much. That's been our episode. We hope you look into the Glidewell. Easy to find them. I'm not even going to bore you with how to find them. You'll figure it out. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.